What is good, everybody? We're back at it again here on the channel. This time we're gonna try Nekroz Ryzeal, which I normally hate doing. I hate it, dude. I hate it. I hate it. But I feel like we'll probably do some testing of like the pure Nekroz and stuff like that we were doing. But we'll also try to rock testing the Ryzeal variant. I just don't like. I know the Ryzeal like Amelia and stuff like that equals rank 4, so I know that is like a good option. So it's like 3 of this, 3 of this. I still think you do the similar, like the same lineup, maybe. 1, 2, 2, 1, 1, maybe. 1, 1, 1. 1, 3 Brio. Is that everything? A Reed Bear. My literal favorite Nekroz card. Probably this. Ooh. Try to play as minuscule as you can. So this looks to be about as good as we can get it, right? Maybe throw in a Shurret. Maybe. I mean, Shurret doesn't really... Should you even play Shurret? I feel like that's an obvious yes, you should. Always play Shurret. And then we can throw into the Ryzeal cards. Which these game things are all at 2, so it's like 2, 2, 2, 1, 1. Play one of these, play one of these, one of these. 2 detonators, I don't know, maybe. And that... I feel like this is a perfect example to play that Code Igniter. And then we can just play, like, consistency, right? But even then, like, still look at the size of this. Like, this is still such a lot of, like, engine. Code Igniter. Then you probably can play... Herald of the... Like, 1 or 2 of these for the Kaleidoscope. Tugaris. Then, like, now you can play, like, a bunch of non-engine, right? So, like... Ash Blossom. Imperm. I'm okay with 43 cards. Like, I could live with 43 cards, actually. So, let's see. We got 6 more spots. Maybe... the Holy Trinity. Called by... Triple Tactics Talent. And cross out Designator. And then we throw in 3 Drolls. Just for that off chance we get to draw. Yeah, so like this is like the extra deck. Aggravator. Excuse me. It's aggravating aggregator. Then really, that's kind of all that we got to play, right? I mean, like, of course we can play more, but at the bare minimum, like, the rest of the stuff is just fluff. What is, like, a Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon? Star Eater. Because of its level. Where are you at? The OG Blue Eyes Ultimate. Haven't seen this card in a hot minute. Blue Eyes Ultimate. Need 5 more cards, man. Tornado Dragon, I guess, right? Baguska. Baguska. Entis, yeah, Elder Entity Entis. Should go there. 2 more cards. Just curious, has anyone tried Nekroz Voiceless Voice with the new Nekroz support? I know someone yesterday in chat was talking about a big giant pile. I just, again, like, just trying all alternatives. How you doing, Black Fox? Yeah, I think someone said they tried like a giant pile because isn't it Skull Guardian can search out Brio? If I remember right. But it's just like, I don't know. So actually, I was able to get access to, there's like a combo where it's like advance equals something. Let's see, I think I have it over here, actually. Nekroz Embryonic. 1 Nekroz Embryonic equals a Rebear Detonator and a plus a Nibiru. So that's like the... That's the thought. Like, I don't know. I'm going to try and work through the lines and stuff like that. Which means you need to probably play Gallant Granite then, right? Let's see here. All right, so it's just... Okay, yep, normal summon advance. Advance brings out Amelia. Amelia searches Brio. Overlay for Duo Drive. Duo Drive searches X. Search Sword. Special sending Toad. Toad effect. Okay, that's actually... Okay, so we need to put Toad in. Okay, awesome. Search out Toad. Gallant. Search out Nibiru. Pitch for a Reed Bear. Reed Bear plus the advance and that. Grab Divine Mirror. Relay for the twins. Detonator. Wow, this is actually quite... But I'm just... So is it... So wait a second. So I assume you're nibbing then bringing out a Reed Bear? Interesting. Okay. Interesting. Throw back Totally Awesome in here. Take that out. Throw in the Eclipse Twins. I think you play the twins, right? Yeah, yep, you do. Just saw this over here. Let's check out this replay here. So just 1 advance, right? Normal, special Amelia. Amelia, add back Brio. Overlay for Duo. Duo, detach, add X. Add Sword. Special, send... Yep. The Toad. Toad, add back advance. Pitch. Add a Reed Bear. Reed Bear, do that. Send the mirror. Banish those 2. Add back another mirror. Special, add X. Overlay for Granite. Search out Nibiru. Overlay for Eclipse Twins. Yep, so you do use Nibiru to bring out the thing. Yeah, so then that's the inboard. Okay. See, I don't know if I like that, honestly. I know everyone here... I know, like, that's the entire point of the stream is testing out the Ryzeal and stuff, but I don't know if I like the lines. That just feels... We'll try it, like, you know... Actually, we're going to use the Alt Art of Trish. Oh... Maybe not. Nekroz. Oh, we have to use that. I'm back to my Noble Knight roots. Let's go. Dude, I wish I could find that. I know someone mentioned it in chat. Someone talked about... Someone was using the... Oh, we do... Oh, what is it? Someone was using the... Like, OG Noble Knights. And I forget, like, the entire combo sequence. And I only got caught clips of it in a DDD combo thing, man. So this hand's unplayable. Okay, well, that's fantastic. Okay. So, yeah, what's up, Vance? Yeah, see, I just don't... Ugh. Normal summon. Effect. Summon Amelia. Amelia effect. What do we add? Do we just go ahead and add this? And then the overlay for Duo Drive, right? Duo Drive. Activate Duo Drive. Duo Drive effect. You eat every hand trap in the book. Search. X and sword. Add back the advance. Add this. Activate this. Send that. Send that. Banish those two. Grab ice. And then is it overlay for detonator? Or is it overlay for Eclipse Twins? And then we special thode. Maybe not. Interesting. And then yeah, see, I don't like, just feels like we're just doing Ryzeal things and not doing Nekroz things. Not a huge fan of that. Whereas, like, this list here, it feels like we're always doing Nekroz things. Given, you know, Nekroz ain't the strongest thing, right? But still, it feels better, in my opinion. Like I said, in my opinion, this feels, like, better because, like, Than Deer and stuff, but... 7th Tachyon and Noble Knights. Just, yeah, I wish I could find that video, man, because I probably could find it, right? It's probably, like, deep in my, search history from all that time ago. But yeah, we'll just go back to this, do some online testing with this. It's crazy because we'll be able to play this before we'll be able to play like the Flame Noble, the Infernobles and stuff like that. Falcon Knight. Did that say summon from the deck? Reveal. That did say summon from the deck. Oh my god. Wish I had read that. Reveal one side monster from your hand. Apply its effect based on a dark special and reveal monster if you do. Oh no, you did. Oh. No, I did special. Sweet. Well, we won that on Phobos alone. Alright. That card is kind of... It's kind of insane that a card like that exists that causes people to just, like, scoop. What does Yu-Gi-Oh become, man? What does Yu-Gi-Oh become? But I feel like a deck like Nekroz needs to have, like, those blowout cards, right? Like, we have to have Those crazy cards. Ooh, that's pretty... Yeah, it gives you a little bit more consistency. And, like, mid-draw still is, like, a 1.5 card combo, right? So, like... Normal summon. Use the effect. He thought about it, so he has something. Won't show me. Okay. Well, that sucks. We don't have to give him any draws. Yep. Probably realized that. We were going to be able to go full combo. Sweet. I feel like the only what do you call it? The only Mulchami that hurts this deck is Perilia. Truly, Perilia is like the only one that really hurts this deck. And even then, like, you're able to play around it. You're able to respect it because you can summon from grave. Or you can play around it in a way. Always go rock. Fapper. Alright, we're gonna let Fapper... I still have this thing in my... I need to take this out. Reveal one fusion monster from your deck, then special one from your hand or deck. Yeah, well... Throw that. Branded, okay. If you control follow all battles in the graveyard, you special this card. Oh yeah, we just let it go. Dragon Oil. Yeah, we let this go too, I feel like. Because if we hit this now, he can just do everything on our turn, right? Kit. If this card's the normal slash summon, you can add one card. Keeps him off. I think we let him. Yeah, I kept him off Branded Fusion. He goes Branded Fusion. We let it resolve. The Font of Albaz. Nekroz is kind of not good anymore. Yeah, sadly, it's not the best. Hasn't been the best deck since 2015. Sadly, sadly. I feel like that's pretty good. Yeah, well. Oh, I can't. Why can't this? Cannot be used immediately, and your opponent cannot target this. Oh, well, that's so dumb. Should have read this card. That's crazy. You can't target this card, so you have to literally draw droplets out it. Sweet. Okay. Duly noted. Duly noted. Yep, should have negated one of these two. Yep. This card's actually kind of wild. You cannot summon or set. Then let's see what target one card. Oh, I guess. We do have the ability to out it. Cool utility. Too bad Branded ain't really a thing anymore. And this is just a horrible matchup, sadly. So this is just going to try and bait stuff. Ha! Joke's on you. I played through the lock. Still going to get probably yoinked by one of these things. If I can get Unicore established, I just got to figure out. And that's what I needed to practice and learn is that droplet. Really? I think I need to waste droplet there. So droplet's now gone. He has Branded. Alright, so let's normal this. Use the effect. Yeah. You can quick fuse. Like, as long if I can get Unicorn on field, I can pretty much like establish pretty well. Which I kind of can. As long as he doesn't do anything. Banish. Yeah, he's good to do that. Blade the Guiding Quim. I figured he'd let this resolve kind of. I mean, I understand like not wanting to resolve because it can clearly benefit me, but wouldn't that also like benefit him? Like maybe there's a way, like maybe there's like an argument to hold droplets not for this. Okay, and this right here says as long as he has... If it activates a monster effect while you control a fusion monster that mentions Fallen of Albaz. Well, let's just bait it. I'll go here, trigger the effect. Because I know this is branded in red, right? Definitely need to get rid of this. Okay, well... Buckaroni. I think we might get you here, so I gotta think. Add this. Activate this. He has to negate this with that. Oh, nope. Okay. Okay, dokie. Well. It said monster effect, right? Please say I said monster opponent activates. Your opponent activates a monster effect. Okay. Let's see here. Quim Reborn. That's okay. We can search out. Let's see here. We can search out. Just gotta do a big think here. Because I still gotta bait this thing right here, so... Nekroz is kind of checking everything. I think it's add this. Yeah. Then we try to fire off, because this right here, I don't think... When opponent activates a monster event, well, you control a fusion monster. Oh, I thought it could activate. Yeah, okay, so... Then do we just fire this? Yeah, let's just fire this off and bait. Sweet, okay. Now I feel like we actually... Let's see here. I think that's all we do. No, it's... Yeah. We send this to grave. And Trish to grave. Trigger strategist. Add Brio. Then let's see, we activate this. Banishing these two. Okay, think here. Alright, so we banish Trish and that. Yeah, banish these two. Search out this. Okay. Kind of locked in here. Activate here. Bring back a reed bear. Go here. Trigger the effective advance. Whack. Whack. back these two. So let's see here. We could activate this. Summon out Trish, 6. Go 6 and 4. Summon out Trish. Trish can banish. Non-targeted banish, he's forced to respond. Well, let's just go battle phase. Yeah, we'll. Yep, no, that's fine. Search for Fawn of Albaz. Sweet. Okay. Well, that. Huh. Sweet. Yeah, we did it. Suck that, Edo lock. 100% if I didn't have Nadir Servant. I was cooked there. 100%. But the way the cards work, we're able to beat it. It is nice to know that even though Branded ain't that prevalent anymore, which is crazy because I think even with one Branded Fusion, the deck still has a lot. That was another deck I don't ever think should have been. Like, the time to hit Branded was not when they hit Branded, right? Like, the time to hit Branded was when it was an issue. Instead, they waited for it to get power crept, and they're like, let's smack Fusion to 1. Kind of wild, if you ask me. All right, well. We just died a droll. Oh. They got it, they got it. If they got it, we just go Baguska Pass. Must have Ash Blossom then, because, yeah, he would have thrown that with the quickness. Okay. And he'd have drilled us already, so. We'll go here. Activate the effect. Oh, this is 52. This is probably Branded again. We'll see what he sends. If it's 2 Albaz cards, I'm just gonna cry. Ugh. The dude's holding me hostage. Mistress of Atrocity, please. You just gotta hit the thumbs up. I've done this before too. If you hit thumbs up, you just gotta hit the thumbs up. Crazy, we're gonna be undefeated with this deck today, I guess. Wow, okay. Crazy, man, crazy. Why even... But yeah, we'll be able to play this deck, like, in the actual, like, ladder. Before we can even play, like, Infernoble. Which is what I want to do. I want to be playing on the ladder, but every deck I want to play right now, aside from Mermails, he should have won that, because I've always picked Rock. Oh. Okay, well, we get to go first, huh? Normal... Or is it we pass on 3 hand traps? Let's try this strategy. We're going to pass and hope these 3 hand traps hold him back. Because if we normal this, and we get hit with anything, we just kind of lose. I feel like. Then we can, like, you know, pitch a Reed Bear, dump, but like that, we still don't have anything. So we'll just wait for them to commit, and then we'll throw Fuaros. Does this banish for cost? Once per turn, during your opponent's anything, banish one else. Okay, nope. So I bet he had, yep, so he had Ash. Okay. So our turn would have ended right there. Does he not have any Malice names? Sacked by talents. Damn, he's gonna look at my hand, rip my Ash, and then play underneath. Yeah, I guess we'll force him to go ahead and use this. No, let it go. Okay, so he must not have any other names in hand. And for anybody out there wondering, that's why this card is at 1, is because it literally can just, it can change so much tempo in a game. Given, I don't think it mattered here. Because, like, he links off Reborns. I might not be dead. I'm probably dead. Let's be honest. But, yeah, that's the reason. And I love talents, dude. Talents always, I always start, remember, I don't know if you guys noticed, but a lot of my profiles, I started playing this card at 1 because I'd always open multiples of it. Sadly, I don't think no matter what he goes, oh yeah, now he has full access. Yep, we'll let him have it. No point in riding out the inevitable, right? So that just sucks. That's the only bad thing about Nekroz. Well, there's a lot of bad things about Nekroz that's bad. I forgot to take this card out. All right, chat, after this game, we're taking it mad respect. I like me some generators. Hopefully this is like Runic Generator. Oh, yeah, that's brutal. So I'm not Vala. Must be a weak hand. Definitely gonna throw this out. Droll. Oh, nope, left. Okay. We're going to go fix this real quick because I don't want this card in here. I've driven that one of like 2 times already, right? Don't want to see that ever again. But yeah, so let's see here. Fuaros, Ash, and Perm. Like, we're playing a minuscule Dogmatica package. There is a world where, I mean, like, what am I going to cut? I'm going to cut down what? Cut down one of these so I can play talents maybe. But you always want to open the Amelia anyway, so like maybe there's an argument to cut this down and play a talents. But anyway, back to the grind. Back to the grind. Currently, or X and 1, or X2, I think. Yeah, I was trying to think that branded game, man. So like, if we do everything, he summons out the thing, it can't be beat. We attack over. I think I could have kept a Rebear on, and I could have just Trished. If he had 1 card in hand, I could have Trished. Yeah, and he had 1 card, I could have got rid of the Chimera, Trished the card in hand, and then literally a Rebear plus Unicorn would have been just enough. Which arguably, I know that sounds terrible. You're like, oh, a monster negate, and then like a Floodgate-esque monster doesn't sound too good, but it seemed to do just enough. So yeah, so like we see Ash Blossom. So maybe this, like, I'm trying to think, like, maybe this could be Droll. Like, if you only have 6 spots, right? Like, you need to have blowout cards. But I hate pairing Droll with, like, the Mulchummy, because then they coincide with each other. I hate playing cards that, like, conflict with each other. Well, hello there. Kenshin, how you doing today? Welcome to the stream, brother. Dynamite 1992. Just gotta play through an Ash and a Dream. But this card right here, Nadir, is such a crazy card for going first and breaking boards. So it's like this card also counts as non-engine. So in theory, I open 2 non-engine. Which is still kind of decent. Is this guy just not even gonna play? I have the chat turned off over here because I don't like people binging me or like chatting me. Well, I don't want them to break my focus, but like it's moments like these where I wish I'd have it on so I could be like, come on, dude, play. Like, you're just wasting my time. He's too chicken. He sees that I am Charlemagne, and he's like, oh no, I'm dueling a emperor from back in time and don't want to play me. All right, well, thanks, dude, for doing that. Yeah, Rebear's like my favorite. I don't know if I've seen all the reprints for Battles Legend, but I hope a Rebear got like a secret or something. I mean, actually, that's maybe what we should do. We should check the... Sorry, dude, I'm sticking with it. Alright, Cloud. Ah, see? Always stick with Rock Boys. Oh, we cry. Okay. Again, a similar situation. Do I normal this, or hope that Imperm Mulchami holds the way? Normal search, but if I normal lose effect of this, have to set that, then it's just kind of lackluster. Ooh, brother, ooh. Screw it. We gotta have equivalent data. So the first time we did this, it didn't work. He has a 30% chance to have Ash Blossom. So let's see here. If this card is normal session, you can die one Dragon monster. We're just gonna throw this there. And throw a Chummy. He had Ash Blossom. So again, man, again. Dragon. I think we just get cooked here. Yeah. Now, yeah, there's probably an argument, right? There's an argument where he might have he drew the Ash for turn, right? So we've gone 2 for 2. The whole passing on just those hands will not work. So we'll start normal summoning our 1 starter and pray. But yeah, essentially, if I normal summon that and I got Ash, like, I lose access to Fuaros immediately. So it's like, rather have Imperm Fuaros than have nothing, right? So now we're X2, or X3, I think. X3. With good old Nekroz. Dude, that Fabled stuff looks wild. We assume they always have Ash. Exactly, Jose, exactly. That's what I'm doing. So now I'm going to assume that I'm better than them and they don't have Ash. It's just all the hands that we've opened, that in those situations where you open Mulchummy, we've opened it along with, like, just one of our starters, right? So, like, the 1 starter. And that's not, like, good. So it's like, I would much rather pass keeping it at the Fuaros and the 1 hand trap I have and hope it's enough rather than normal summon my card. It eats the Ash Blossom and then Fuaros is a dead card in my hand. That's, like, the thought process, right? But also in a game of variants like Yu-Gi-Oh!, they're not always going to have it. So, like, again, I could probably do, if the same situation happened, I could do it again and we'd be okay. But it's just the variance. Rock gang all the way. Alright, so, like, this hand is a little bit better. In the sense of, just take note, man, like, Nekroz, you're going to lose to Droll no matter what you do. So this hand is decent in the sense of what it does. But we have, like... So, oh, see? See, they always have Ash. They always have the Ash, so that's what we're doing. This was such a powerful card. Maybe I should have led with this. Ash and Droll. Dude. Show me the... Oh, no. Okay. Maybe I should have led with Prep. Maybe that should have been what I led with. Normal summon. Use the effect. Summon out this. Activate this. Go here. Use this effect. Is this where he throws Imperm? Dominus Impulse. Okay. Well, now, that does leave us in a pickle. Crazy. I think we just overlay for Baguska. Is that really the line? Baguska pass? And we just pass the turn. Must be Blue Eyes or something. Probably had Drew Imperm or has Imperm, but that's normal summon Ash. Okay, well. Can't stop this at all. Crazy. This is where you would make Imps and go full Mitsurugi on them. Definitely a good point. Go full Mitsurugi, but I guess in the same sense, if you pair the two cards, right? Like, if I'm playing Mitsurugi, I'm not playing, what do you call it? I'm not playing Nadir. So in the same sense, I go Imps, it would still eat the Impulse as well, and I'd still be kind of left in the same situation, right? So these cards would be like Mitsurugi cards, which wouldn't be too good because my normal summon was already committed. That's probably why like a giant ritual pile would be pretty good. Why didn't he just target the Baguska? All right, we take it. Yeah, and I tell you what, man, this is like my third time. Yesterday was my third time trying the Mitsurugi, like putting the cards in, trying to figure out combo sequencing. And yeah, no, I truly believe that there's just certain things, like where just because the deck makes a rank 4 and you can just do Feral Imps, it doesn't get you what you're trying to go for. So it's like essentially this guy plus this. Like if you're trying to use Nekroz to get to like a rank 4, just play the Ryzeal. Ryzeal does what this does, but better, in my opinion. Because you normal summon advance, get you your search for Brio, overlay for Feral Ips detach, search out the one. So it seems like, right? But I just can't seem to figure out what goes out. Yeah, so you're right. If it's Prayers or Habakiri, right? Those two cards are pretty wild. Those cards are actually pretty crazy. Prayers is like literally insane. But again, I think you just play Mitsurugi as with the Ryzeal because it just does what this is trying to. The Ryzeal does what you're trying to do with advance, but better. Because again, you normal summon this if you have Prayers, right? Prayers is pretty darn good, but you have to play multiple Prayers, which as you can see, even if we slim down most of our engine, we cut the Dogmatica stuff, which we did yesterday. That leaves us 5 spots. You even maybe arguably cut down more cards, cut down preps to like 2, cut out like the big Nekroz cards, which these are like the namestay of play in the deck is like Trish, a Reed Bear, and like a Metaltron and a Unicorn. So like you gotta like keep these guys in. But it is pretty appealing, I ain't gonna lie, in the situation of where right there we ate Ash and Watchmen. Well, I mean, in the same thing, right? They'd Ash Prayers. So if we just did that reverse, right? We normal this guy eats the Ash Blossom, right? We special out this guy eats the Purge. Then there, in that situation, you're absolutely right, because then we overlay for Feral Imps Search, and then we have Prayers plus the full Mitsurugi line. Be pretty crazy. But I don't want to play Mitsurugi. Like I said, if I want to play Mitsurugi, I want to play in its best variant, which I think the best... I don't know, man. What do you guys think? Do you think pure Mitsurugi is better than Ryzeal, or do you think Ryzeal is better than pure? Let's go down here to this list and cut all the Ryzeal stuff, and we'll try to focus in on a... Mitsu. All right, so I have essentially the bare minimum Nekroz cards, right? So that means I have all this space here for... And I have 3, 6, 9, 12 non-engine. So I have essentially 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 spots for the Mitsurugi. So I feel like, isn't it? You probably play one of these. Do you play 3 of the level 8? Definitely... Is it 3 Prayers? Habakiri. And then 1/1. Something like this, and then you just add Feral Imps. Pyramids is really good. The edge that Ryzeal gives is that they're all starts and can play through a draw. That's actually, yeah, that's a good point. At least, like, with the Ryzeal stuff, you can at least make detonator, right? So, like, even if you do get stopped in certain things. Alright, so let's just save this. Okay, then let's just do a test hand real quick. Enable the deck. Let's just see what I wanted. I swear advanced should be able to get you something more than what it's getting. More than what it's getting us, right? Because this is one advance, right? One advance gets us into bridges this here. Normal this, activate this, special out this. This effect to search out. Brio. You play 3 Haba. Change that. But then right here we go for this. Activate this, detach this, search out Haba. So this is the point that we kept getting to yesterday. Activate Haba. We want to special summon Sanji. Summon out the Sanji. Destroy this. Sanji effect, search. Do you search for prayers? When this card is activated, you can also tribute 1 reptile monster to the field, apply these effects. Or do you search for ritual? Activate the ritual. Ritual summon 1 reptile. Ritual monster from your hand by tributing 2 reptile monsters from your deck or field. Is this, you do these 2 probably. Summon out this. Trigger this, add back ritual. Activate ritual. Summon out that, tribute that. Effect add prayers. Prayers is also a monster reborn, right? And you special summon back out. I think we might have cracked it. Because then we can activate prayers, right? When this card is activated, you can also tribute 1 reptile monster from your hand or field, apply these effects. Or if you tributed a monster at activation, you apply both these effects. I can either add a Mitsurugi card or I take it and special summon. So I can literally special summon. Activate this. Search for... Technically, I could search for Amelia, special Amelia. Then you could, like, overlay again. Or is it search for special summon a reptile monster? I can special summon a Mitsurugi monster from your hand. Or is it? We're missing. I think I forgot to add in Clauselus now looking here too. Then you can add in, or you could add Caster, Pitch Caster, Reborn. And you get like another overlay. But I mean, like, what is that at the end of it? What's this doing essentially that pure Mitsurugi or pure Ryzeal couldn't, or the Mitsurugi Ryzeal couldn't do for you? And then like we can trip. Then like you could search, yeah. Yeah, you could search the traps. I mean, like, that's still pretty cool. Special summon this card. Activate this. Summon out this. So, like, 1 card by itself doesn't get you to... I mean... Granite, search your rock or something like that. Yeah. It's still not my favorite, that's for sure. Because again, it just felt like I don't know, like one advance. I miss Bahamut Shark, man. I sure do miss Bahamut Shark. One advance, at least it felt like Nekroz had some cool stuff. Surprise! Has anyone seen a Drytron? A Drytron Mitsurugi? Call by... Okay, so this hand's actually pretty good. Use this pitch. This deck's gonna just have a brutal matchup against, like, K9. Like, when the K9 deck comes out, dude, like, that's gonna be brutal. pitch burrito to activate to search, and then it's like all the K9s just trigger. Pitch, search out. Let's see here. We search out advance, normal advance, advance summon, wheat and perm. We kind of suck. Actually, I think we might be able to do something. If he has a droll or anything, we could normal summon, use the effect. Do I care? Call by the grave that. Call by the grave. I mean, I'm only going to summon from the deck once. So I feel like I just hold the call by. You trigger the effect. Search for a reed bear. You activate a reed bear. Send that. See if I can activate this. Banish these two. Add Kaleidoscope. Then I can go prep. Prep into Unicore is pretty good. Send that. Go there. Trigger the effect of Herald. Herald to go ahead and search out the cycle. Activate cycle. Reborn Reed Bear. Then use the effects. Set. It's like a special this. Maybe cool. It'd be nice if it was just a rank 4, like we could get into. Mood in phase. You gotta play Dragluvion to search Tachyon to add you. Bruh. Or actually, I think you're right. I think actually I saw that in the OCG, actually. I think I did see that in the OCG. Well, this is gonna be brutal. Yeah, well, just... Horse is like one of the stronger starters. I did see that after, yeah. Combo, you have to add it to breed you. Yeah, I see. I think I remember seeing that. You played the giant one. Just seems like so convoluted. What do? During your opponent's main phase, if you control mental TikTok and combine crash, you can discard this card. During main phase, you can destroy one mental monster you control, and if you do, add one mental card from your deck to your hand. Okay, well, that sucks. Activate that. Can't stop it. Destroys itself. Add Sleepy. What actually call it? Sleepy. Fuse. Oh, no, special. Okay. Sleepy during the turn. Special destroy. Wait, face out this card. Fusion summon one moment from your X deck. From your... Fusion summon from your X deck by using monster hand or field if this card is destroyed by battle card. Okay, yeah. No, go ahead. I feel like we just get smoked here by the twin-headed dragon. Well, we're going... Yeah. That is gonna have to be okay. Not much we can do. Really? Chainlink 1, Chainlink 2. So that's crazy. He's going off. I feel like we just call by big creation, dude. Get him out of the way. Because, like, why he can't out unicorn now? I don't feel like he's already gone battle. He should have just battled over this. Yeah, the horse is insane. Maybe I should have even... This deck's, like, so cool because it's, like, Aztec mythology, right? But, like, with old school cards. Crazy, then it just goes Fiendsmith line. Lacrima to dump. Yeah, you can send this, yeah. That's pretty cool. But, like, I feel like this was just a beat-around way to just out a unicorn. But I'm no Memento expert. Banish, I can get a search for us. So I have mirror. Oh, I get to search essentially another quick play. Pretty nice. Let's see here. Fusions into... Probably goes into Desiree and then links up into Agmade, right? And then Agmade bring out Desiree so he can send this. And then it's an open field. But the first thing I need to do, actually, is, if he does do that, banish, banish, normal this. Yeah. Crazy. How you doing, my man? How... Yeah, we're still sitting pretty good, I think. Going good, going good. Oh, we drew in perm. Which card protects from targeting? Isn't it the sequence? Yeah, so let's see here. We can banish. I don't think we can. Gotta think here. So I have 2 ritual spells. I can banish this, and Unicorn ain't gonna do nothing. So I need to banish. I need to get access to Metaltron or Trish. So let's banish this and this. Attempt to add the last spell. So he has something. I guess maybe he can still attempt to trigger Desiree, but no, he can't. He has no cards. So, like, what's he? He's 2 cards. Dang. That almost definitely means that's going to be like an Ash Blossom or something. Droll and Lockbird. Are you freaking serious? Well, I don't think there's any way we out yeah, that's ridiculous. Yeah, that's my biggest complaint about Droll and Lockbird, is that in this situation now I just lose because I can't play. Maybe it's normal summon. This is where maybe Typhon needs to be in the extra deck. Because this guy ain't going to do anything by himself. You can discard this card when a monster effect is that. Yeah, he just attacks over this. That just sucks, dude, yeah. Crazy. Crazy, crazy. Stream for a little bit, and then maybe about another hour we'll stream, and then we'll probably I go to work for Thursday, Friday, so pack my bags and get ready to head up for work, and that's about it. Yeah, man. Droll is just one of those cards. Can't beat it. It's upsetting too, because it's like, man, if Droll wasn't there, we might have been able to get it. 3 not well, there's oh, he's making me go first. Okay. I think we start with this. Normal summon, search, Brio. Yeah, let's do it. Let's see if this resolves. Okay, so that resolved. Activate here. We'll search. Do we search a rebear, pitch, dump, banish, add. Then we can go into. Or do we add? We already normal summon. Add this. Add this. Go for. Add that. Add Brio, or add Shuret. Nadir, draw. Use that. Search Brio, pitch. Use a rebear to dump, bring back a rebear. We'll do it. As my great grandpa said, fuck it, we ball. Activate this. We drew Brio, which is pretty decent actually. Surely. Okay, so we're gonna send Herald and Titanic Clad. I just don't think that was. I mean, arguably, man, maybe in that last game, maybe we normal summoned the correct players, normal summoned this. That would have got us a search. We could have searched for Trish or Metaltron, and then we'd have. Yeah, darn. There was a way for us to. Okay, so I added this. I can search out a Reed Bear. Activate a Rebear to send these to. Dump this. Oh, I think I banish these two. Let's see here. We'll search for. We have shirt in hand. Okay, yeah, we did shirt. We had a shirt. Okay, we're okay. Add this. Oh no, we're an idiot actually. We're a darn buffoon. A darn buffoon. I totally forgot we've. Goodness. That sucks. Well, pass it up here. Yep. Resolve Titanic Clad. That should have been better, but I'm an idiot, so. You should try the Mitsurugi engine again. Dude, I have tried it twice, and I just do not like it. I am a firm believer that just because they're rituals doesn't mean they go good together. At the point in which you're playing Nekroz, you're literally playing. You should just play Ryzeal. It just feels like you lose the less. I hate my life. That's what I get for speaking out against Mitsurugi, right? The one big. What's the big guy on summon? A Raigeki. What do I just get yoinked by? A Raigeki. Yeah, I'm just not a big fan of it. I've tried the twice thing, and then like from what it sounds like Jose was saying earlier, is like you have to play. All right, we'll just leave it here. From what Jose was saying earlier, you have to play like all this convoluted cards just to even make it, to get maximum value out of it. Just play Ryzeal at that point. I even tried to put together. So yeah, I need to definitely adjust. So like again, like this is so then you got to cut down on your Nekroz names, right? Essentially, that's what's got to give is you cut down your Nekroz names to fit in more Mitsurugi. So just play Mitsurugi. I think it's like one of those situations because it's like the Mitsurugi or these cards can bridge you into your Mitsurugi stuff, that it gives like the facade of being like super good. But it's like worse than Ryzeal because like this card right here, Advance loses to Ash, Imperm, Valor, like you name it, like Impulse. It loses to so much, whereas like the Ryzeal cards don't. The Ryzeal cards let or play through a lot more stuff. Given, I guess, the benefit this card has is that it doesn't lose to like Droll, right? So like this card summons from the deck, so like it doesn't lose to Droll. I'm just not a huge fan of it. Definitely, dude. Rabies. I agree. To an extent, so Rabies. I ended up playing through it, and it gets you essentially one advance, right? Got me to the Habakiri with, I think, Prayer, or it got me to Habakiri with the Trap and stuff like that, but I'm ending on a Mitsurugi board. I'm not ending on Nekroz. And that's like, I'm a big fan of the channel. Like, I don't know if you've been a part of the channel for a long time, but I'm so, like, if I'm not ending on, like, the deck's namesake or, like, any form of, like, the deck, like, it doesn't interest me because, like, I want to play Nekroz. I don't want to play a worse version of Mitsurugi, right? I want to play, even if Nekroz is garbage, if Nekroz is, just a local legend deck, like a local wonder deck, I still want to play the best variant of Nekroz and not the worst variant of Mitsurugi or the worst variant of like Ryzeal, right? So that's why I've gravitated over here towards the this pure list play and dogmatic and stuff, because I feel like, yes, this is Nekroz. It's not the... Is it better than like the Mitsurugi? Is it better than the Ryzeal? Probably not, but it's probably the best variant you can play to get you to playing Nekroz without having to play like these other engines that make it seem like you're playing worse variants. Because I guess like in my mindset, I try to play the deck to the best of its capabilities, right? Like I'm trying to make Nekroz as competitively viable as it can be without incorporating these other engines to water down the Nekroz. So then like, I don't put it, so like you have the deck's engine, like Nekroz, or your deck you're trying to do, and your Nekroz, and the deck you're trying to play, plus the other engines. And I always want it to be like this, or equal, right? But you eventually, like, especially it seems like with Nekroz, it's just so heavy on like its own engine, you end up getting to this right here where it's like the Nekroz is supplementary and the other engine is more carrying the deck. And at that point it becomes, you're not playing, for example, you're not playing Nekroz Mitsurugi, you're playing Mitsurugi Nekroz. And that's just how my mind works it, like to each their own, everyone's opinion, everyone is allowed to have their opinions, everyone, you know what I mean? Like this is the joy of the game, is you can play whatever deck you want. And I'm trying to do my best not to be so close-minded because I'm pretty firm in that belief. I've always, ever since I started the game in 2015, that's what I've always like kind of believed in. I've not been super fond of other engines make it overpowering the engine you're trying to play, because then it just feels like you're playing, again, the worst variant of that deck. But watching because of the Dragon Ruler vids, Dragon Ruler, Mermail, and Nekroz were my decks when I used to play competitively. Dude, awesome. Awesome. I actually feel bad because I haven't touched Dragon Ruler in a hot minute. But you know what? Actually, I kind of was thinking, because wasn't Dragon Ruler and Mermail like their prime? And actually, I guess you can arguably say Nekroz at its full power was around when Mermail got Neptibus, because that was Breakers of Shadow format. So Nekroz was just I think it just took its first smack. So like those three decks are still around. And you know what's kind of wild? The recycling effect being once per duel, even if it wasn't once per duel, wouldn't make the deck insane. Like, I think that's just kind of what's crazy, is like that out of all the effects in the entire Yu-Gi-Oh card game, given the effect says you can add as many as you want, but as you guys, if you guys been watching, maybe I'm playing the deck incorrectly, but which is very, very high possibility. But it's just like, I'm not adding back 15 cards or 5 cards every single time. Like, you have to have specific hands or specific lines to get you to add back those 5+ cards. So yeah, this guy's not the problem. The problem, I think, and like even to tell you the truth, these cards are good. Like even with the once per duel effect, the cards are so good. Even Metaltron's like decent. The quick play spell is decent. It's just that it needed something else. It needed, the quick play spell is cool, but arguably a card that lets you ritual summon from the deck would have been better. Like, you know what I mean? Like a Mitsurugi ritual for the deck, letting you tribute cards from the deck. So then you could go like Nekroz ritual and dump Shirit from the deck, since it counts as a full tribute, right? Summon from hand, you know what I mean? And then all of a sudden you're getting, like, that would have been insane. Mermail faded out when Rulers came out. than when Prince was in 2016. Rulers were long. Yeah, rulers were gone by then. Yeah, but I mean, like they all kind of follow coinciding, right? Rulers, Mermail, or Rulers, Nekroz, Mermail, but Mermail was meta like around the same time, or wasn't Mermail like decently a strong contender with Dragon Rulers? Wasn't it like Dragon Ruler, Mermail before Prince, and then Dragon Rulers got smacked, then I think Dragoons went to 1, and then Prince came out, and then Nekroz, or Nekroz came out, then Prince came out, and then, yes, they're all around the same thing. Emerald Valk combo in with no board, but that can't be, yeah, sadly. And the only reason I found myself playing Valkyris in this list is I'd even say like you don't need Valk, but under the situations of just 2 situations that pop up, right, is protecting Unicorn from battle. Essentially, that's you pretty much the game plan is you're protecting Unicorn when a Unicorn touches down. You're either doing that with Metaltron, with Trish, or with the Valk, and the draw 2. Because sometimes the draw 2 it's come up a few times of just drawing 2 free cards is pretty nice. Otherwise, I would say cut Valk. I would say if Unicorn was not part of the win condition of this deck, you would just cut Valk completely. Because you could essentially play like double Trish then. Which I think one of the first lists I was playing 2 Trish, just for the sake of using 1 Trish to protect yourself from like a frame 1 imperm on the Unicorn. But also using, having 1 to use for protection and 1 using to summon, essentially. That was like the thought process. I like the Dogmatica. I like Dogmatica too. Like these cards are pretty insane. I had no clue. Like I knew these cards were like, these are technically more non-engine spots, right? But like, if you hopped into the stream earlier, I ended up playing against Brandon and chose not to use my imperm correctly, so I got Edo locked, but this card literally lets you dump this, and this like lets me target. So it has some niche interactions, right? I need to search up Typhon. One of my buddies is playing Elden Ring right now, Night Ring. Dude, that is one of the most addicting games I've played in like a hot minute. Like I ain't even gonna lie, chat. Like I saw it pop on saying he's playing Elden Ring, and I straight up like thought about just ending the stream, which we still might. I thought about just ending the stream and going and playing Night Rain, which I don't know. Might do that. I know everyone's here for Yu-Gi-Oh content, but Night Rain's been my... Dude, I've grinded that game like so much in the past 2 days. Like I've never played a game that's wanted me to, besides Yu-Gi-Oh, that I've wanted to chuck my controller or, you know, put my fist through a table so bad because of luck and variance than like, oh, Night Rain. But yeah, let's go ahead and save this up here. Yeah, like I said, I'm very... I don't know how to put it, very peculiar with my deck list and stuff like that. Even if I go here, right, even if we go to like my Flame Swordsman, my Infernoble stuff, like, oh, that's an old list. Rest in peace, that list. Probably should delete that list, to be honest with you. So like, that's a Boxer list. Right here. There it is. So like, even now, like, these Flame Swordsman cards, they're not Infernoble, right? But like, for the way that my mind works, Infernoble just means Fire Warrior. Noble just means essentially warrior, Infer means fire. So like as long as they're fire warrior, there's the synergies there. And like that's why I justify can play in this right here. Because like it's just how my mind works. My mind just categorizes things differently than other people. But like that's why I can justify playing like this entire big package of Infernoble. Or this big giant package of Flame Swordsman. But at the same time, my mind says like, oh, this equals half of your Angelica, right? And at the end of the day, my end board almost all the time is always going to be Infernoble. There's a very few cases where my end board is maybe like the Promethean with Ambler Whale in the graveyard along with like Double Trap. Like that's very far and few between. That's either bad hand opening or you've eaten like a plethora of hand traps. So like that's like my justification for Infernoble. Mermail's another case because like a majority of it's Mermail Atlantean, but you have like these water monsters like Coelacanth. You have Minstrel, which isn't really a Mermail Atlantean. You have, you know what I mean? So like the statue. I'm not like a purist at heart, you know what I mean? Like, I shouldn't say I'm not to the extreme of a purist, like I'm only playing Mermail Atlantean cards, but there's definitely a fine, there's a line that I draw eventually. And DDDs here, like DDDs, this deck's gonna be pretty crazy. I actually have everything ordered for this deck. I've been trying to learn combos and stuff so that I can get pretty good with this deck. Pretty excited to try it. But back to the grind. Dogmatic will get support soon. I hope it does, but I hope it does, but I hope that it does something. Nekroz gang, we're trying, man. We're trying. Probably not going to win this one. Dude, I'd like Nadir Servant. Just seeing Nadir Servant is such a strong card. And like this card right here, potentially. Ooh. Again, One of the crazy things I think, maybe I'm overthinking it, but Chad, maybe you can tell me. Just being able to hard summon Unicorn into a board of like extra deck monsters that is like your entire negation, right? Or your entire disruption is extra deck, right? So like just hard summoning Unicorn just feels so good because like if they don't have a spell and trap negate to negate the ritual, once Unicorn touches, it's flat. It's done. GG. I just realized that Metaltron's a light. This card should be water like the rest of them. I understand lore purposes, but... Oh, it's your element, man. They'll never let the deck die. And the only reason we're testing Nekroz, Shinaru is just because, like, we'll be able to play Nekroz before we're going to be able to play, like, the Infernoble stuff. Even though I plan to play Infernoble or Mermails, I'm still, like... It's still, like, really neck to neck for Nationals. Now, if one of these cards is a Droll and Lockbird, I just scream because Droll just sucks, man. Like that's, again... I think Droll is a necessary card, but man, I wish Droll was like the Molchummies. Alright, so let's just do this. This might be incorrect, actually, to be 100% honest with you. Juice Worm. Huh. Do I care? No, I don't care. Check this out. Summon. All right, I do have to think here. Do I go for a Reed Bear, use a Reed Bear? Go a Reed Bear. I guess I could also use Mirror, summon out that, banish that. That won't get us, and it's like Unicorn plus Metaltron. Then I can banish, search out. Yeah, let's try. I'm gonna try and do this. Let's see here. I'm just gonna try and do. Sweet, it's negated. Do this first. Okay. Activate this. I think we banish... Is it banish a Reed Bear? Banish a Reed Bear. Do we just add this? I think we have to because we banish that. Okay. And then now we fire up. That we're going to send... Well... Okay, yeah. We'll send that. That'll get us a draw. Drawn to prep. Oh my god, we might be goated here. Activate the effect. We'll send... And I want to draw again. Summon Unicorn makes your opponent lose brains. Bro, yeah, thank you. I just... You do all this work, right? Like, again, this isn't like a prime... See, he sent... Okay. We'll go Chain Link 1. Chain Link 2. Oh, we drew Amelia. Oh, that's awesome. A card to add to our hand. What's that, Trish? Effect. And I banished a Rebear. Okay, Foresight. Should have done that. Maybe it's add this. Okay, thinking add this. Add this. Go. Oh, I still have prep too. Just activate this. Grab Brio. Yep. Add Kaleidoscope. Oh, I've already used... Oh. Well, this is just going to be a simple turn. See, this is like the hindsight deal. Like, I totally was messing up. Because I can bring back a Reed Bear, too, if I need to. Let's see here. Perennial Adam. Sharon. Open game state. Yeah, let's go ahead and activate mirror. Summon back this. Spellbook's still one of my favorite art. Dude, Spellbooks is pretty cool, too. I think Judgment's an insane card, too. Castrogenesis. So, dude, Castrogenesis is fun. Activate this. Do I care about the Maximus if I keep Maximus? Well, let's just do this. Thrust. Okay. Get yoinked by Thrust. I'd almost... There's an argument, man, where Thrust needs to go, too. Thrust is insane. The grass is greener. Can't stop that. I still think we're fine. Pitches that. Yeah, we don't care what he summons, actually. Go ahead and fusion out. Yeah. There's nothing like summoning Unicorn and the opponent's face gets so confused. Be this way start to dude. Yeah, except for, like, that was like a poor example. Like, that IP just sitting there, you know? Ooh. This right here. Yeah, we'll watch this. He's gonna target this, I bet. I can't even Trish that. That's so ridiculous. Ooh, I don't want to frickin' because if he's gonna resolve negated. That's crazy. Oh boy. Yeah, we'll just now we'll Trish this. Had grass is wild. What deck that trashy witch got support for me, Dark Lords? Dude, my first ever invite was with Dark Lords, so I do wish they'd get something. Crazy. Grass looks greener, dude. Yeah, Thrust is insane. Like, this card being able to... Crazy, that's just insane. Like, yeah, you limit... He had Tactics, too. Well, he had I don't know if he had Tactics. Grass is greener is just wild, man. I think we're okay. Oh, now he's going to go Orcus combo? Sweet. Have you messed with small Ryzeal package? Sword can... and Candle go bananas? No, I've not. I actually was trying to test, what do you call it? I was trying to test... One second, boys. We might be doing some Elden Ring. Ugh. Yeah, we'll make this one the last one, boys. Yeah, this is just the grass is greener. Good for him. I mean, I might be able to squeeze in. Yeah, if you guys want to see... If you guys want to see, like, other gameplay besides Yu-Gi-Oh!, let me know. If you want to see a bunch of freaking grown men yell and scream at From Software game. This is insane, dude. I don't think I can come back from this. Mellotron ain't gonna do enough. I think there's some sort of sequencing I messed up in the first few that kept me. I think I should have been able to Trish him. Which I don't know if Trish would have mattered, right? Whatever he banishes, I can get back. As long as he doesn't as long as he does banish Amelia. Banishes the mirror. That's pretty good. Good target. Good target. No, dude. I haven't touched... For Honor is one of those games you gotta play. You gotta keep up with, and I have not kept up with. Now we get Valka. Okay. Fantastic. We're just... I don't have the brain cells to... give it to him. But yeah, we'll wrap up stream here. Yeah, I used to play For Honor when it first came out, man, but then I just... we moved and I wasn't able to keep up with it, and that's a game like you got to master and keep up with. But yeah, guys, this has been, you know, there you go. This is it. Please stay safe, stay healthy. We're gonna go to work. We might be streaming Saturday and Sunday and stuff like that, so stay tuned for that. But yeah, stay safe. You know what I just said.